Hello, good morning, welcome back to the channel where today I'll be doing my match week 5 predictions of the UEFA Champions League group stage. And then the group stages are coming to an end, so obviously this is the time for clubs to get through, and some really good games in prospect, in fact. So let's just dive into this, shall we? So the first game that we have of match week 5 is Galatasaray against Club Brugge. Now, Galatasaray have drawn 1, they've lost 3. Club Brugge have drawn 2 and lost 2. So you could say that both of these sides are playing for that Europa League spot. It has to be said, because Real Madrid and PSG cannot be caught in this group. Obviously, Galatasaray they've been really poor this Champions League. Club Brugge, are relatively, they've been okay. I mean, to get a draw against Real Madrid was excellent, and then obviously they managed to draw with Galatasaray in Bruges. So for this game, I can only really see a draw, if I'm being honest with you. I think if it is a draw, then I think Bruges will go through, because I can't see Galatasaray going to. I can't see Galatasaray going to PSG and winning in the next one. So I can't really see that. So for me, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw in this one. Definitely a really hard one to call, but I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Galatasaray and Club Brugge. Lokomotiv Moscow against Bayer Leverkusen. Now we move into the Juventus Atletico Madrid group. Lokomotiv Moscow have won 1. That was a win against Bayer Leverkusen, of course, if you all remember that, and they've lost the last 3. Bayer Leverkusen have lost 3 and won 1, but though Bayer Leverkusen did win against Atletico Madrid in the last game as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Leverkusen have given themselves a little bit of a chance. But you would have to say that this is probably a game again for the Europa League group, Europa League place. I don't think Leverkusen can get second, and I'm not sure Lokomotiv Moscow can either. So, if I'm being honest, I think Leverkusen will go away to Moscow, and I think they'll win. I think they are due an away win. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Bayer Leverkusen in this one. I just think that that is going to be a very interesting game, and it shall be very interesting to see what will happen. But for me, I'm going for Leverkusen to win that one by 2-1. So that is the 17:55 kickoffs. There's obviously 2. So there's Galatasaray Bruges, and then there is Lokomotiv Moscow against Bayer Leverkusen. Those are 17:55 kickoffs, 5 to 6. So that is the games that are kicking off at that time. So we now move into the 8 o'clock games, and what a game to start the 8 o'clock games. Real Madrid against PSG. Wow. So Real Madrid have lost 1, they've drawn 1, and they've won 2. PSG have won all 4 games, so it looks like the PSG will probably win this group. But can they go to Madrid and win? That is another question. Obviously, Real Madrid, they are picking up a little bit of form now. It's good to see. PSG going really well, and obviously Liga 1, and they'll want to go through as group winners for this one. And in my opinion, I think they can go to Madrid. I think they can go in and win. I'm going for Real Madrid 1, PSG 2. I think Madrid will suffer the defeat at the Bernabeu. I don't think they've been beaten many times at the Bernabeu, but I do think PSG will want to win this group, and if they do win, they will win the group for sure. So for me, I'm going for PSG to win this one by 2-1. Red Star Belgrade against Bayern Munich. Now, Red Star Belgrade have lost 3 and won 1. They won against Olympiakos, of course. Bayern Munich have won all 4 games. So you'd have to say that Bayern Munich will probably win this one. Red Star Belgrade probably looking at the Europa League spot at this present moment in time. So I'm going to say that Bayern Munich will probably win this one quite comfortably, in all honesty. I'm going for Red Star Belgrade 0, Bayern Munich 4. I just think that Bayern Munich are too strong for Red Star, so it's going to be another interesting game, that one. Tottenham against Olympiakos. Now, Tottenham have drawn 1, lost 1. Obviously, they lost to Bayern Munich, so they can go through with a win against Olympiakos, and they've won the last 2. So they beat Red Star, and I think they've beaten Red Star home and away. So I think that'll be enough. And then obviously Olympiakos have drawn 1, lost 3 in a row. So for me, Tottenham are going to win this one. Obviously, it's Jose Mourinho's first game as Tottenham Hotspur manager in the Champions League, and I'm going to go for a really comfortable Tottenham win. I think if Tottenham win, they'll go through, because I can't see Olympiakos or Red Star Belgrade catching Tottenham. So that's to be said. So for me, I'm going for Tottenham 3, Olympiakos 0. But don't be surprised if that's another 5-0, because Tottenham do like to hammer teams, especially in London. So I'm going for a 3-0 win to Tottenham. I'm being very kind to Olympiakos there. And now we moved into Manchester City's group, and we have got Atalanta against Dinamo Zagreb. Now, Atalanta have lost 3 and drawn 1. Obviously, that was the draw against Manchester City the last time out. And Dinamo Zagreb have won 1, lost 1, and drawn 2. So, interesting to see who goes through in this group. But for me, Atalanta are due a win. They definitely are. Dinamo Zagreb are doing okay. They'll probably get that Europa League spot ahead of Shakhtar, possibly. But then again, Atalanta will probably they'll want to win. They'll want to win one. So makes it interesting if Atalanta do win this one, and then it puts that group on a bit of a knife edge for the Europa League spot, of course. So I'm going for Atalanta to get a win here by a goal. I'm going for Atalanta 2, Dinamo Zagreb 1. It'll be another interesting game, but for me, I'm going for Atalanta to kind of put a little bit of nerves into Dinamo Zagreb to get that Europa League spot. But for me, Atalanta will win that one by 2-1. We will see what happens in that one. Manchester City against Shakhtar. Now, Manchester City have won 3, drawn 1. Shakhtar have lost 1, won 1, and drawn 2. So, looking at this, Dinamo Zagreb and Shakhtar are on the same amount of points. So, it'll be interesting to see who actually City go to Dinamo Zagreb in the last game, and Shakhtar play Atalanta in Shakhtar. So that could be interesting. But obviously Shakhtar and Dinamo Zagreb are on 4 points, and Atalanta are on 0. But if Atalanta, like I said, if they were to win against Dinamo Zagreb, then that puts that group on a bit of a knife edge, and then puts Man City completely through to the next round. So going to be very, very interesting. But apart from this one, Man City, obviously they've got a few injury problems, and Sergio Aguero now out for a couple of weeks as well. So obviously Gabriel Jesus will have to step up as well. They'll be boosted by the return of Bernardo Silva after him being suspended against Chelsea at the weekend as well. And a comfortable City win for me, really. I fully expect City to win this one. I think it's going to be a very, very comfortable win, and City will go through as group winners for me. Manchester City 3, Shakhtar 0. I just think that's going to be a very, very comfortable night's work for Manchester City. Now we move into one of the games of the round for sure. Juventus against Atletico Madrid. Your spot for choice then. If you want to watch some good games tonight, you have Real Madrid PSG, and you got Juventus Atletico. Good luck picking who you want to see in that one. Obviously, Juventus have drawn 1, won 3. Atletico Madrid have drawn 1, won 2, and lost 1. Obviously, losing to Bayer Leverkusen last time out. So, don't lose many, Atletico Madrid. They don't lose many at all. Juventus going really, really well. I would probably expect Juventus to win this group, in all honesty. I think Juventus will win this game very, very... I wouldn't say comfortably. I think it'll be a very, very close game, but I do expect one goal to win it. And I'm going for Juventus 2, Atletico Madrid 1. So it'll be interesting to see for that one. So that concludes the Tuesday games. Now we move into the Wednesday games. And the first game we have is Zenit against Lyon. And Zenit have drawn 1, 1-1 and lost 2. Lyon have drawn 1, 1-2 and lost 1. So that group is really interesting to see. But because it's in Russia, I would have to say that Zenit will probably win. I'm actually going to go for a surprise here. I know Lyon have done really, really well in this Champions League group so far, but I do think Zenit can get another win, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the Russians here. I just think Zenit will definitely want to win this one, but I'm going for a 2-1 win to Zenit. And that is also a 17:55 game tomorrow as well. And the other one is Valencia against Chelsea. Now, this group is absolutely on a knife edge at this moment in time. So, Chelsea, 7 points. Valencia, 7 points. Ajax, 7 points. Lille on 0. So, you have to say that this is going to be a very, very... sorry, Lille on 1 point. Sorry, I should have said that. So this group is on a real knife edge. It has to be said. It is on a knife edge. Valencia have won 2, lost 1 and drawn 1. Chelsea have lost 1, won 2 and drawn 1. I can't really separate these two. I know Valencia won in London earlier in the season. But Chelsea are a different animal since then, and they are looking really, really good. Chelsea. I think they've got Lille at the Brugge in the last game, if I do believe that, and then it's obviously Ajax Valencia. So that could be crucial. That could be very, very crucial indeed. Obviously, Lille will definitely go into the Europa League. Or no, actually, no, they won't. They're going to be out of the Champions League anyway. So. For me, I think Valencia and Chelsea will draw this one. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Valencia and Chelsea. It'll be a very close game, but I'm going for a score draw on this one, 1-1. Liverpool against Napoli. Now, Liverpool have lost 1, obviously losing to Napoli, but they've won 3 in a row. Napoli have won 2 and drawn 2, so they're unbeaten in this group. However, Napoli go into this game on a 6-match, they've not won in 6 games at this present moment in time, and there's a bit of mutiny in the camp as well. The owner of Napoli has fined them for probably just poor form. But the funny thing is that Napoli go into this game looking for a win, but if Liverpool do win it, Liverpool win the group. So, it'd be very, very interesting to see how this game goes. But if Liverpool do win, they do win the group. And Napoli are without a host of players, actually. They're without Milik, they're without Lorenzo Insigne. So Liverpool can take that advantage. And I think Liverpool will win this one, in my opinion. I do think Liverpool will win this one. And if they do win, they will win the group. I'm going for Liverpool 2, Napoli 0. I know Liverpool don't keep many clean sheets at this present moment in time, but I expect a clean sheet tomorrow, and I think Liverpool will win this one, and Liverpool will go through as group winners by 2-0 against Napoli. So fingers crossed for that one. Genk against Salzburg. Now Genk have lost 3 and drawn 1, so they're on 1 point. Salzburg have won 1, lost 2 and drawn 1, so they're on 4 points. So Salzburg, were they to win this one, then it gets the last game out of the way. Very, very interesting indeed. So, but Salzburg going really well in Austria. Genk going really poorly in their league as well. I can only really see one winner in this one, honestly. I expect Haaland to score. He's been on absolute fire recently for Salzburg. So, going for Salzburg to win this one by 2-1, and probably that would put them within a point of Napoli if that was to have happened. Salzburg obviously played Liverpool in the last game. Obviously, Napoli played Genk. So you would probably say that Liverpool and Napoli will probably go through in that group, but Salzburg will definitely get the Europa League spot as expected. Now, we go to a really interesting group, this one. Barcelona against Borussia Dortmund. Now, this is another fantastic game ahead. Barcelona have drawn 2 and won 2. Dortmund have drawn 1, lost 1 and won 2. So it's going to be this is a really, really intriguing group. Barcelona, obviously the last game in the Champions League, they drew 0-0 against Slavia Prague, and that was for calls for Valverde to get the sack. Now, obviously, if Barcelona were to lose against Dortmund, then that would put more and more pressure on Ernesto Valverde, it has to be said. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to go for a shock here. I think Borussia Dortmund can win against Barcelona in Barcelona. I'm going for it. I'm going for a very, very bold prediction, but I think Borussia Dortmund will beat Barcelona, and it will increase the pressure big time on Ernesto Valverde. I'm going for Barcelona 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. And that could be very intriguing indeed, because obviously the game that Inter Milan are playing, they are away to Slavia Prague. Were they to win that one, then it makes that group really, really interesting indeed. But obviously, Barcelona are on 8 points and Borussia Dortmund are on 7. And then obviously Inter Milan are on 4 points. So again, going to be another interesting game. Slavia Prague against Internazionale. Slavia Prague have drawn 2 and lost 2. Inter Milan have won 1, lost 2 and drawn 1. So Inter Milan going really, really well in Italy. Slavia Prague going well in their league. Going to be a very, very good game, this one, but I think Inter Milan will be far too strong for Slavia Prague. Going for a 2-0 win to Inter Milan, and what will that do to the group? It'll be interesting to see, but if Inter Milan were to win that, then that will be an interesting game, because obviously the last game is Inter Milan against Barcelona, and I think the last game is Borussia Dortmund Slavia Prague, so could be interesting. Could be really, really interesting. And the last 2 games to preview are Leipzig against Benfica. Now, Leipzig have won 3 and lost 1. Benfica have lost 3 and won 1. No problem here. I have to say Leipzig will win this one. And if they do win it, I think they win the group. So for me, Leipzig to win this one by 3-1. And then we have Lille against Ajax. Like I said, this group is really interesting. Obviously, Lille are on 1 point. Ajax are on 7 points alongside Chelsea and Valencia. I have to back Ajax. I have to back Ajax. I think Ajax won this one. Going for Ajax to win this one by 2-0 against Lille. So that is it. That is my match week 5 Champions League predictions. I will go through them very, very quickly as usual. So Tuesday's games, I've gone for Galatasaray 1, Club Brugge 1, Lokomotiv Moscow 1, Bayer Leverkusen 2, Real Madrid 1, PSG 2, Red Star Belgrade 0, Bayern Munich 4, Tottenham 3, Olympiakos 0, Atalanta 2, Dinamo Zagreb 1, Man City 3, Shakhtar 0, Juventus 2, Atletico Madrid 1, and then obviously moving to the Wednesday games, Zenit 2, Lyon 1, Valencia 1, Chelsea 1, Liverpool 2, Napoli 0, Genk 1, Salzburg 2, Barcelona 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, Slavia Prague 0, Inter Milan 2, RB Leipzig 3, Benfica 1, and Lyon 0, Ajax 2. So that is it. That is my Match Week 5 Champions League predictions. Please leave your predictions in the comment section below, and yeah, we'll see what happens, definitely. Obviously, Match Week 6 is coming in the week of the 10th and 11th of December. So that is the last games indeed for the groups. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But thank you very much for watching, and if you do like my content, then please hit that subscribe button, smash a like, leave a comment. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And looking forward to the next round of Champions League games. PSG, Real Madrid, PSG, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund. You're absolutely spoilt for choice this week for Champions League games. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the Champions League. Come on, Liverpool. cannot have Napoli beating them again. So it'd be good to see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you all later.